Hello viewers. Today we have a young and talented violinist at just 11 years old. She plays Western classical violin with a great affection for performing. She lives in Porvorim. She credits her school, family and most importantly her violin teacher for taking her on a journey of discipline, hard work and joy. Today we have the opportunity to hear more about her qualities, talents and mainly herself. She is none other than Cayla Rodrigues. Hello and a warm welcome, Kyla.
Hi.
It's an honor to have you on our program today.
Thank you.
So Kyla, would you like to tell our viewers something about yourself?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, I study in Shada Mandir in the 5th standard and my favorite subject is maths, but I hate Hindi.
Why do you hate Hindi?
I can't understand a word.
Today I had a Hindi test and I probably did not do well. I've read a lot about you and I've seen that you have quite a few achievements. Can you describe to us some of them?
I do triathlons, like recently the triathlon in January.
Okay.
And then I do cycling competitions. One was held in December. And then when recently I participated in a talent show where I played the violin on a skateboard. And then the Bach concerto, the orchestra that I played.
That's again violin.
Yeah, that's violin.
So you're completely passionate about violin. You love playing the violin.
Yeah, definitely.
So how did you first get introduced to the violin?
First, I was just really only 4 years old. I didn't know. But Mama took me for a talk about violin, and at the end of it, she asked, "Do you want to join?" And then I said yes. I've been doing it since then.
So you started when you were 4 years old.
Yeah.
That's quite a young age. I really want to know more about the violin, like the parts of a violin and how many strings are there?
Yeah, there are 4 strings, the E, A, D and G. And the part where you turn the pegs to tune it, it's called the scroll. And then the part where you place your fingers is called the fretboard. And then there's the bridge which raises the string so the tone comes better.
Okay, I play the guitar and I can only relate to 3 of those things: the bridge, the fretboard, and the body,
Yeah.
the wooden part of it. So, you've been playing the violin since you were 4 years old.
Yeah.
So, how many major musical performances have you done?
Major ones are like I said, the
The
Bach A minor ones, where I played in an orchestra. And then I played the J.H. Fiocco, the one. Yeah, and then I played the Sides Concerto also.
So, the Bach concerto was a whole orchestra?
Yeah, with the whole orchestra.
Okay. And my sisters told me that Bach, it's quite an achievement to play it, right?
Yeah, it's
Is
really
it hard?
Yeah, it's hard, but once you practice, it becomes easy. There are also other composers that are hard, like Mozart and Beethoven and Paganini.
So it differs according to who composes it
Yeah.
also. Oh, how did you feel performing all of these?
I felt really proud to be playing such a advanced pieces at only 10 or 11 years old.
So was it the proudest moment in your life until now?
Yeah.
And were you nervous?
In the beginning, really nervous. My hands
Really?
are sweating.
Really nervous?
Yeah.
So then what did you do to overcome that nervousness?
I just drank a lot of water.
Drank a lot of water? But
Yeah.
won't that make you to sweat more?
I don't know.
How many hours a day do you practice the violin?
I practice 1 to 1.5 hours a day.
1 to 1.5 hours a day?
Yeah.
Only that much and you are so good at the violin.
Yeah, but I have to do it every day, otherwise it's no point.
Okay. And other than training at your house, which are the other training courses or like?
I've gone to Kala Academy, where once in a while some people come from abroad, and then every year a German lady comes, like in May and June.
For a workshop?
Yeah, for a workshop, like for like a 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks max.
And what is the method of teaching?
There?
No, like
that I follow.
That you
I follow the Suzuki method. It's like where we start learning at a very young age, and then the whole idea of it is when we get together and play. So like our sir keeps on organizing things which we can play together.
So the Suzuki method is slightly different from what normal people play?
Yeah. Normally the normal method is just to learn pieces to answer grades. In this method we like learn the pieces, and then according to the level of the pieces we answer our grades.
So you can go straight for some high level piece and then you can get to that grade?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have this passion in you that
Yes.
for playing the violin.
Yeah.
What drives that passion?
It's just like the thrill of doing it, like because I've been doing it for like a very long time. It's just become part of me now.
It's a habit.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to know what role has God played in your music talent?
All I can say is that I'm very blessed to have this talent. Like He's blessed me.
And what is the most important thing you would advise someone new who's about to play the violin, who really wants to play the violin, someone as passionate as you?
I would just say that if you would really want to become good at it, you would have to practice every day, like without fail.
So practice.
Yeah, just practice.
Do you play in a church or any musical group?
No, like for the church I don't really play. But sometimes for Grandparents' Day, for example, I do play in the church. But
What did you play for Grandparents' Day?
I played like a peppy piece for it's called The Humoresque by Dvorak.
How do your school friends talk about your violin talent?
Violin, I don't know. Like now I shifted to Shada Mother. Earlier I used to be in a different school.
Which school?
Shiksha Niketan.
Okay.
So like here it's new. Like I'm new, so they don't really know much about me.
Okay, about your violin
Yeah.
talent. How do you think violin has helped you as a person? Because I know quite a lot of musicians say that their instrument has made them a better person, a different
Yeah.
person.
I think that all classical instruments will help a person to be calm and composed.
You mentioned classical instruments because I play the drums and it does not make me calm and composed at all. I become energetic instead of calm and composed.
Yeah.
While you're playing this Bach concerto, all these big orchestras, do you play with any professional musicians who?
Yeah, sometimes I play with like the Japanese violinist Mika.
Yes.
She's the one who trained me for the Allegro by Fiocco.
And do they play other instruments or you only have like a duo with a violinist?
No, sometimes I have a duet with the violinist and sometimes I play accompanied by the piano.
Okay,
But,
accompanied by the piano.
Yeah.
And do you feel any difference when you hear it with the piano or you feel it's just the same thing but sounds a bit?
No, when I play with the piano, it's like a bit harder because you have to keep rhythm. Otherwise, the piano will go somewhere, like the rhythm
They
will...
might go too
Yeah.
fast and you'll have to quickly catch up, which
Yeah.
will not be easy. So now you've developed a lot of interest in the violin.
Yes.
Are you going to develop interests for other instruments in the future? Or you're just going to stick with violin and master it?
I'll do violin, then maybe I'll learn the piano or...
The piano. Why did you choose the piano?
Because then like maybe I was just thinking, one hand I could play the violin and the other I could play the piano.
How could you play the violin in one hand?
Okay, I couldn't do that.
Have you planned it out?
No.
Okay. But actually that would be a really good idea. It would be really talented, but we have to
Not
see if it's
possible.
possible. Because I know someone who plays the drums with their feet. I think so it came on some Olympic channel or something like that. And could you play a short piece for us of the violin?
Yes, sure.
Wow, that was a wonderful piece and I really liked hearing it.
Thank you.
Now let's get away from violin and can you tell me more about your hobbies?
My hobbies mainly are, I like lots of sports, gymnastics, badminton, swimming mainly. And then I like to read and I like composing like poems and essays and yeah. I also like reading books.
You were talking about swimming also, right? You're
Yeah.
really good at swimming. So which swimming styles do you prefer?
I like breaststroke, but for competitions, freestyle is much faster.
Freestyle is much faster.
Yeah.
What do you like about breaststroke?
It's like so calm and soothing, and you can just like go as slow as you want.
So now I've heard you like calm and soothing for the second time in the violin and now for breaststroke. You've been in the triathlon, right?
Yeah.
And you've done well there.
Yeah.
Which one do you like the most? Running, swimming or cycling?
I like swimming.
Why?
Because it's so hot when you're running and cycling. It's just like a relief just to get in the water.
The water cools you down.
Yeah.
But then in cycling, you could cycle in the shade or something.
But there is no shade. That's the point.
Okay. Also, which other sports?
I like badminton, gymnastics, and yeah, anything like except basketball because I'm too short.
How do you manage the time in your day? Because you play the violin and then you must be swimming a lot.
No, not much.
Okay, so you play the violin, then when you come back from school, like how do you plan your whole day out?
I just take it as it goes.
So could you give me like an example of your schedule?
Like I come from school at 2:15, then I eat lunch, then I do my homework till 4. Then normally I have gymnastics from 5 to 6.
What time do you come back from school?
2:15.
2:15. And you do your homework for 2 hours?
No, 2:15 to 3 I eat my lunch and do whatever I
Okay.
want, and then 3 to 4 I do my homework.
Okay. And then after your
Homework, then 5 to 6 I have gymnastics. 5 to 6:30 I have gymnastics.
where do you learn gymnastics?
Vidya Prabodhini behind Mall the Goa.
Behind Mall the Goa. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there twice. One of my teachers also teach over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after once you come back home,
Once I come back home, I normally have a shower. Then I practice my violin, and then I eat dinner and go to sleep.
so it makes you calm and composed, so you can have dinner calm and composed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also, which gymnastic things do you do?
Like the normal, the splits, the cartwheel, handstand.
And when do you get time to read books? You read them at school or at home?
Both.
Both at school and at home.
Yeah.
And what do your friends say when they say you're reading a lot?
They mostly call me a bookworm or Hermione because she reads books a lot.
Yes, Hermione, yeah. And why do you like literature so much?
I don't really have a reason for that.
How do you feel about these achievements?
I feel really proud that at like a young age I'm being able to do all these things.
So, about the violin, I just thought of the idea. When you first got introduced to your violin, what was the first thing that struck your mind?
I was really small, so I just thought, will I like it or will I not like it? I don't
That's
know.
all?
Yeah.
You didn't think like, was it gonna be hard?
And then like I started on like a really small violin, this small. So I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna be playing on that.
So you were surprised?
Yeah.
That a violin is so small?
Yeah. Then I realized that there are many like kinds of violin. There's the small, then the bigger. It depends on like how tall you are and how long your arm is.
What were the hurdles or difficulties you faced?
Difficulties, like one was bowing. Bowing is really difficult. Like to get the right tone, you need the right bowing. And then there was like changing positions from the lower string to the higher part. And then there was like just the basic of how to do it. Like, yeah.
So was there any point you felt like quitting?
Lots of times.
Lots of times.
Like
But you
not-
still kept on?
Yeah.
Could you give me like 1 or 2 times?
Like the fourth finger, it's really hard to play because you have to press it. So like once I literally got a cut on my finger. Then I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Even while I play the guitar, I get a lot of cuts on my finger.
It really hurts.
Sometimes switching on the fretboard.
Yeah.
And why do you feel violin makes you calm and composed?
Just like the tone of it, and like when it goes into you, like not when you hear the sound, and like it just like goes into me and I feel with that.
Ha.
Yeah.
Nice, calm and composed.
Yeah.
And also, could you tell me why the violin is such a small instrument? Like, it's not very small, but compared to other instruments, and why does it have so much impact?
Because there are a lot of things to know about the violin. It's not just the fingering or not just the bowing. It's everything combined together that makes a good violinist. Like,
What are the other things that you
Um,
combine during
it also needs discipline, like discipline to practice every day, and then you also need a good teacher. Otherwise, you'll just be learning just for the sake of it.
Who's your teacher?
Sir Winston from Margao.
Okay. And you find that violin is entirely dependent also on the teacher.
Yes.
So, in violin, when you first started learning it, was there any thought about that you may give up on the violin, or you?
I'm not really, because I was only 4 and I just like first my violin class was just like for half an hour because I didn't have that much concentration. Then as I grew older, it started for 1 hour, and then now it's like 1 hour 15 minutes. Like.
So it was a small challenge that you were going to take
Yeah.
upon yourself.
Yeah.
And who do you give credits to for helping you in the violin?
Everyone, mainly my parents and my sir, but then like all my family members, and sometimes even my old school. Like during assembly, they used to call me to play. Like then for Independence Day, I played the national anthem.
On the violin?
Yeah.
Won't that be hard?
No, it's not really.
And what age was that?
Recently when I was 9.
Okay. So you recently moved into into Shada Mandir?
Yeah, this year only.
Yeah, because
June.
Shiksha Niketan is up to fourth standard.
Fourth, yeah.
And I also wanted to know, when you first touched the violin, what went through your body?
It was in an AC room, so it was like really cool.
Okay.
So when I touched it, first thing was, oh, if I'm gonna play this, I have to play this like every day just to feel the coolness, like. And then afterwards, then I realized, then like on the scroll there are a lot of like carvings. So I thought that was really beautiful. And then even on the bridge, there are a lot of carvings on the bridge.
And what do you think the reason for those carvings are?
I'm not really sure.
So you feel it's just from the beauty in the
Maybe,
violin?
Maybe.
Maybe the beauty. Also, when you first touched the violin, what did you think about the violin except than the fact that it looks nice and it's cool? Did you think that this was going to be an instrument that would take you far right then? Did you have that vision that, oh, I'm going to be playing Bach concerto with an orchestra?
No, I actually couldn't imagine that I would be like where I am today. Like from just that small violin, I've become now to a full-size violin, and I've been playing such great pieces. I
Okay.
didn't really imagine it.
What are the names of some of the pieces?
Some pieces, they have really long names, like Concerto Number 5 in D major, third movement rondo. Like,
Okay, that was a mouthful. Could you say that again?
Concerto Number 5 in D major, third movement rondo.
I can't relate to that at all. That's like a completely...
And
You
or you
think
could
it
just call it like Concerto Number 5. That's
Okay.
shorter.
Do you have any friends who play the violin?
Friends from my violin class, they play the violin. But
Okay.
otherwise in school, lots of people play the keyboard, but violin, no, not really.
Do you like the keyboard?
Keyboard, except like the if you press a button and the noise comes, only that. And the piano, I just like fiddle around. Otherwise,
Yeah, so you have... What instruments do you have at home? Only the violin?
at home, Mama plays guitar and cello, like little bit.
What's cello?
Cello is like a bigger version of a violin. You play it like that.
Oh, those ones that are like kind of taller than your body or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cello. And then, so we have the violin, the cello, and the guitar.
Do you like playing around with those instruments?
Yeah, because the cello is like that, and I'm that. So I would
Okay.
like stand on a stool and reach the top part. It's fun.
And can you relate the violin and the cello?
Yes. They have the same number of strings, and it's similar to like put the fingers and all.
So if you were a bit more taller, would you be able to play it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically a bigger version of the violin.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Could you tell me anything else you like to do in your spare time?
Spare time, I also like playing Lego, like, building blocks.
Legos?
Yeah.
So what do you make in Legos?
Legos, I make anything that comes to my mind. I like making cars, houses, anything, towers.
And do you use the recent technology of Legos, like Lego Technic and stuff?
No, just the normal blocks.
With the talent you have and the exploring of it you've done, have you made up your mind of what you want to be?
I'm not really sure, but I'd like to do something with literature. And I think I'll just keep violin as a hobby.
So violin's your hobby and you're going to take on literature, become an author?
Maybe, yeah.
Thank you, Kyla, for your time at CCR TV. We wish you with more achievements, talents ahead. With your talents, you'll go far. May your talents take you far places.
Thank you.